guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do the Demisexual Pride flag as makeup because it is the third day of Pride Month. And I have a few people in my life who are demi, and I'm like, I always do the pansexual pride flag because I'm pansexual. And I thought with because it's like a dark purple and a black and a gray, right? And I thought maybe that could be a fun look for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. It just says original. I don't know if there's more than that. But once again, I am starting with my eyes because I'm doing black, probably black eyeshadow. I'm actually not sure yet. So I'm like, I want to make sure if we do have fallout that we're not taking off all the base with it, because I do be messy. So I'm just gonna rub that all over, and then I think I'm gonna do a halo eye with a wing today. I don't really do halo eyes often, but I think today's the day that we attempt that. So I'm gonna go in with the James Charles Cremated palette. Once again, please don't cancel me. It's just really nice for all the grays in here. Like, look at all those. Wow, I'm going to go in with, it's called Life Insurance. It's a really nice light gray. It looks like it might be, let's see. It looks like it's more of a true gray, because there's also Last Respects, which that's more of like a tan. So I am going to do that all over the lid. I don't think I really have a clean brush because I still haven't cleaned any of my brushes. So you know what, we're going to go in with this really big, fluffy, pointy one, just because that's the cleanest one I have. And I am going to take that and put that all over the lid. That way this gives us a nice little even base to work with. Just like that. I'm going to do that on the other eye. So I think I'm going to do gray and then purple on for the actual halo part. And then I think I'm going to go in with black, like right on that innermost corner. So for that one, I'm going to go in with my handy dandy James Charles palette. Let's see. I just saw the perfect purple in here. It is Escape in the James Charles palette. It's kind of a little more red than I would like, but it's this one. Let's see here. Yeah, this one right there. It looks more blue on camera, but I promise it's more of a reddish purple. I don't really have a true purple. Whoops. So that's what we're going with. And I am going to take a much smaller brush, actually, because I know myself. Oh, this one has purple on it. Perfect. So it's like this little, I used it in my last video. It's kind of like a medium dense. It's like, it's still got some fluff, but it's not so fluffy that it's like a blending brush. So I am going to do very little bit of that, and we're just going to build up. But I am going to go, I have really pretty deep hooded eyelids, so I am going to go above where that hood starts, and then kind of, you can see even in the socket, I'm going to go all over the actual lid. That way the lid is nice and probably just gray, because we're going to go in with some glitter later, and I want that on the lid. So I'm going to go around, and I am going very, very, very light. Like, I did one tap. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. Because then what we can do is just always build up to it. Because my issue is I always go in super heavy, and then I have to try and fix it, and my god, if you've ever done that, especially with black, holy cow, you know how hard it is to actually lighten eyeshadow. So yeah, you can kind of see I just went over that little ridge there. So I am going to add a little more purple. I am doing one eye at a time, each step, that way they're even. Because I know if I attempted to do one eye entirely and then replicate it, it would be so awful. I don't know anybody who can actually do that other than like big name makeup artists. Definitely not me. I will tell you that right now. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is bring that purple in a little bit on the lid, like just a little bit on the outside and a little bit on the inside. just so that way it's not such dark gray. And then I'm gonna make that kind of like a straight line going up, if I can do that. I'm not really great at anything other than like the same makeup shape, which is like lighter inner, darker outer. So we are learning today. I've done a halo a couple times with like a sunset look, and you can tell I've only done it a couple times. Yeah, you can see kind of I dragged that purple into the lid too far, but you can see exactly what I mean by a straight line. So I'm going to do that on the other side, which kind of already did it a little bit. But no, I'm pansexual, if y'all didn't know. Best way I can describe it, if you don't know what that is hearts not parts. I don't really care what parts you have on your body as long as you are a decent human. I say decent because my standards are garbage. So we're just gonna, I might need to blend that out a bit more, to be honest. But that's okay. Yeah, I went, whoops. And this is exactly why I don't do my base anymore. Well, not first, at least. I do still do my base. But she kinda, what happened there, you know? I'm gonna add more color to some of these bits. I wish I had a lighter purple I could blend this out with, but I always do a stark line anyway. I don't think I really have another one. So instead, I might have another cleaner. I am actually, you know what, I'm gonna go back in with this gray one because I do have to touch up part of this lid a bit and kind of smooth that out on the inside. So now what I'm gonna do is actually go in on the outside and just kind of fluff that out a bit. Because this one's pretty fluffy. It's actually kind of deceiving. So I'm just gonna fluff that out a bit. Very Ursula going on. I need to try and fix that. But my makeup wipes are in another room. Just like spit. Oh no. Okay, I will be right back. I'm back. And that is cleaned up. I do have my wipes with me though. Because let's be so honest, we're about to go in with black. And black is not great. I'm probably going to skip the one in the cremated palette because it's crazy. Like, it's really pigmented, and I don't really want that much pigment. I am going to go in with the James Charles one, though. And what we're going to do is just darken the... You can kind of see in the camera which parts are already darkening. So we're just going to do... I'm going to add a little bit of black in there to really darken those bits up. Just a little bit. Because I want this center to really pop. Yeah, I have a really tiny fluffy brush. This thing's tiny. Just because I am honestly scared of black eyeshadow. But I'm kind of going really just in that crease and on that outer corner. And it's a mess, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is go back in with that purple brush I used and kind of fluff that out a bit. Yeah. I might go in just a tiny bit on that lid right there. Just really in that outer corner of the lid. And then I'm going to fluff that up. I'm fluffing it up that line I did. Just so that way it kind of really blends where I want it to. And now I'm going to go back into that black. I'm doing the tiniest little taps, by the way. Like, I'm literally just like, doot, and that's it. Just because I really don't want this to turn into a black muddy mess. Okay, so now you can see the corners are especially dark, which is what I wanted. That way the silver really pops. So I think now I'm actually going to go in with that silver. And like I said in my last video, I'm not a big fan of when makeup artists are like, you have to use this palette. I'm literally using a true purple, a black, a light gray, and a silver. Like, if you don't have these palettes, it is 4 basic colors. You got it. I'm going to go in, oh my god. I went a little heavy with my finger there. But I'm going to go in with Embalmed in the Cremated palette. It's like this. It's not really a glitter. I guess it's more of a shimmer. But I went in really heavy with my finger. But I'm going in with my finger right in the center of that lid. We're going to see what that does. I went really crazy there. Kind of blending it a little bit with my finger. Okay. See, this is kind of where I mess up because I don't know how to do like a true halo. But it did just brighten that lid, which is exactly what I wanted. So, I think now I'm going to go in. I don't really have another silver. Is there one in the James Charles palette? Because there's not really a good silver in that. No, there is not. Okay. I have one called Pallbearer. I feel like that might be a little too dark. That might be a little too dark. It's kind of like a black and silver glitter mix. It's called Pallbearer. It's this one right there. You can kind of see it. I'm going to put that on the center. We're kind of just experimenting. And I'm going to see what that looks like. Okay, that's actually pretty close, especially with that gray underneath. So I am going to do a little more because that's pretty much exactly what I wanted. I wanted like a pretty good silver. I didn't want a bright silver, so this works out. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really wink with this eye. Is there an eye you guys can wink better with? Because for me, is not my right. I look like a broken doll. Okay, so I'm going back in with that really fluffy brush I used earlier, that really pointy one. I think I used it for the gray, and then it kind of got some purple on it, blending it. So I'm just going to blend that out a bit. Kind of checking for symmetry here. So my left eye is not as sparkly as my right, so I am just going to go back in with a little more of that silver right on those edges. And if it doesn't stay in the center, that's okay. You know, that's so fine. Okay. I'm going to clean off my finger real quick. I think now I do want to add a little bit of that white. So I think I'm going to go in with Diamond Ashes. It's like a white glitter. Let me see if I can show you guys again. Yeah. It's like a white glitter. So I think I'm going to go just dead center of that lid with it. I'm going to go in with my pinky though. I'm not even swiping it. I'm just tapping it because this shimmer I know is insane. Just dead center. And you can kind of see, maybe not. Let me see if I can do it in the viewfinder so you can see what I mean. I'm going like just, I have memorized where my fold is, so I'm kind of going on the lash line just up to that fold, dead center. So let me see if I can get this for you guys. A little bit. I think that eye got a little bit more. Okay, so you can kind of see we're a big old shimmery mess. So I'm going to go back in with that brush I just used to blend out that gray. Just kind of blend it a tiny bit so it's not like a stark white. So here you can kind of do whatever on the bottom. Oh my god, I'm shaking the table. I think I might honestly do that purple. And then I might go in with just the white dead center, just so that way it's not one flat, but we'll see. The wife has texted. So let's see. I do have like a flat angled brush. I think I used it in my last video. It's like really flat, but it's kind of fluffy. So I'm going to go in with that purple again from the James Charles palette. I forget what it was called. Oh my god. Escape. It's just that same purple I used on the lid. That's just the one I'm using right now. So I'm going to go under, because I like to do my lower eyelid just a little bit. If you don't like to, don't do that. I just do because I feel like it adds a little more. Like you can see now, I feel like it elevated that. But we shall see. I think I made it too dark, but that's okay because I'm doing a dark lipstick, so that'll work out. Honestly, I might leave it as just the purple so that way the focus is on the eyelid. I think that's what we're gonna do here. Because I think I'm gonna attempt lashes. I am not a fan of lashes. I'm bad at them. But I know my lash girlies are out there who like some lashes. I was gonna do eyeliner. I still might. Actually, no, because I think the black is gonna be in the lashes. So, because I know I want white in the waterline to make that pop and give that little bit of white in there. I'm just not, I feel weird doing a wing with a halo eye. Like, I never do one. I feel like it's so weird. I've seen some girls who, like, point out the halo, and I'm like, that's what's up, but I don't know how to do that. But I think the black's okay. I think that's where we got it. So I think now I'm gonna curl my lashes and do some mascara. Actually, I lied. I am so weird with my lashes. I can never get them right, and so I always have to add a strip of eyeliner to it. So I think I'm actually gonna do that real quick. Just a regular old, I use like the liquid with like the felt tip. I think there might be a brush tip pen. I think it's a felt tip pen. But I am just gonna do a line of that. That way when I mess up my lashes, you can't tell. Life hack. Alright, I'm back. I had to answer a phone call. I did do my eyeliner and my mascara off camera. You can kind of see I just did a little line across it because once again I need that for lashes. And then I did do mascara. You could leave it at this, however I am going to do lashes. I might wait actually. You know what? No, I'm gonna do it now. I was gonna say I might wait till my base is done, but like, get them over and done with. Okay, I am so bad with lashes. I gotta figure this out. Okay. If anybody has any tips for like strip lashes, let me know. I figured out clusters that like go under the eyes are the best for me because I'm so bad at them. But like, my God. I cannot figure these out, man. I'm really bad at them. I have like the little tool to apply them. And I don't know if I'm not waiting long enough. I don't know if it's my glue, if I'm just not familiar with it. But there's like 20,000 things that go wrong every time I try and do my lashes. I'm going to attempt this. We'll find out how well this goes. Attempt number 1 for this eye. Yeah, we'll try it. I'm really bad about it. I don't know if you can even see it. You can. It's just not great. I don't know if I can get it in better lighting or not. I don't have good lighting. There you go. Yeah, I need better lighting. Yeah. Now I just gotta do the other eye. Oh my God. I just got glue right there. I don't need glue there. Finally. Okay. I think now I'm gonna do the base. I'm gonna do that probably off camera. I'm back. Most of my base was done off camera. I did leave the highlighter for last. What are you doing? It's fine. So I'm going to go in now and do my waterline. I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Crayon in white, just so we get a little more of that pop in there. Yeah, that's exactly what that needed. Okay. Now I'm going to go and do the bottom lashes. This is just a preference for me. I have a friend who doesn't like to do eyeshadow on her lower lid. Nothing wrong with that. That's just what she prefers. I, however, do like it. I feel like it makes it a little more even on the top and bottom. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. And I'm also very bad about doing bottom mascara, which is so funny because I do it all the time. But I get it everywhere, like I just did just now. That's okay, because I know how to fix that. Just gotta wait for it to dry, then it'll flake right off. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics highlighter. It doesn't say if it's a specific type, it just the shade is iced. That's all I got for you. But I love this one. It's like my daily go-to because it doesn't give me like a shadow cast. Not really, at least. If I go kind of heavy, it does. Normally it doesn't because I'm very pale, so any little highlighter that's too much will give me the little shadow. Let's see. I'm gonna do it. I don't really do it on the Cupid's bow. I think I will today. Give me a little more something. Now, here's the fun part with lipstick. I could do black. I'm not gonna. But I do have one by Urban Decay. It's called Metallized, or it's the Metallized lipstick in the shade Voodoo. It's like black with purple shimmer. I felt like this would have been absolutely perfect. So I'm just gonna do lipstick. I don't normally do lip liner. If you want to, have at it. I just don't. Sometimes I do, but not usually. I did accidentally go over, but that's okay. I gave it like a little overline moment, which honestly, perfect. But I think that's it. I think that's the look. You can see the lashes. You can see them. You can really see the eyeliner now. And the lipstick is kind of a little shimmery moment. But this was the Demisexual Pride flag. If you guys have any other flags you want to see, let me know down below. I do usually do the same like eyeshadow for the pan flag, so if you guys are interested in that, leave a comment below. But other than that, that was it. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.